A lot of you have something to say about it. You may have seen this commercial floating around your social media feed this weekend. That's because last week Hallmark pulled it after getting heat from the conservative group 1 Million Moms. They said the ad by wedding planning company Zola, which features a lesbian couple kissing, wasn't family friendly. Well, now Hallmark is apologizing and plans to start airing the ad again, but Zola doesn't know if they'll advertise with Hallmark anymore. Erica, family friendly to which family?
Well, that was my question, because that looks like a great representation of a portion of my family. I think anytime you want someone not to be seen, that's just another way for you to silence. And it's interesting that people want to talk out of both sides of their mouths. On one side, they want equality for women and they want to be seen and represented, but only women apparently who are in love with and are interested in men. So you have to make a decision, because my biggest thing is this isn't about movement in terms of one group being represented or being seen. This is about the idea that when you minimize and make any group small, what you're effectively doing is doing the same for yourself. So I would take a really great look in the mirror and decide if that's the type of world you want to live in. And if you want to be seen, then it's time for other people to be seen as well.
I also think they're giving Christians a bad name, because I went on their Facebook page and there's not 1 million moms, there's about 90,000 that follow them. And they really pride themselves on being Christians. Well, I have a lot of Christians that are near and dear to my heart that are either part of the LGBTQ community or they have members that are part of the LGBTQ community, and they're very inclusive and they're very loving. The church right next to my house has a huge rainbow flag. So I think we got to be careful too. These groups have to be careful about really giving people that hold their faith, like you, Jeff, near and dear to your heart, a bad name.
Yeah, and listen, when I think of Hallmark, I think of vanilla, okay? They're very safe on what they put out and what they want their image to be. They put this out there thinking they were being progressive and like with the times, and then they got some pushback and someone was like, you better take that down before our whole network is ruined, So I see their side of it. They were trying to do the right thing, but by taking it down, they did the wrong thing. They let the call-out culture call them out, and they shouldn't have. They should have stayed strong.
I think, Jeff, yes, and Jeff, to your point, I think they realized that, like with the Twitter call-out and all that, Twitter represents 7% of the entire world. You're talking about 90,000 people. Hallmark has a much larger following than if they put out a Hallmark movie and 90,000 people watch it, somebody would lose their job. 90,000 people to Hallmark is nothing, but it just shows you how a small group of people can make a big stink on Twitter, where if those people actually mobilized or anything, you would look at it and be like, oh, this is just a fringe group.
Yeah, a fringe group is right. But chime in, DBL Nation, we do want to hear from you.